Clarence TV speaking to Chelmsford City manager Robbie Simpson after the 1-0 win over Oxford City tonight. Robbie, it was a good game, packed Melbourne on a Monday night. It was a really good late winner for us.
Yeah, fantastic win. You know, we started the game really well, just how I wanted us to, on the front foot, intense, high press, winning the ball up in their half. We didn't quite have the finishing touch. You know, we wanted to take an early lead and maybe score 2 or 3, and perhaps we should have scored 3 in that first 20-minute spell. And maybe that made us lose belief in what we were doing a little, that we didn't score, or maybe that intensity is hard to keep going for the whole game, even the whole 45 minutes, and they need to pick and choose when they have a breather to get their breath to go again. But I felt like we just stopped what we were doing in that first 20 minutes a little bit in that first half and allowed Oxford to get control of possession, which we know they like to do. They play some really nice football, really good rotations around the corners, up, back and throughs. They're really good when you let them, and we kind of let them back into the game in the latter part of that first half, and they finished strong. But I have to say that there wasn't too much defensively I was worried about. It was very much in front of us, and when the balls did come in the box we dealt with it, and when they did have shots which were mainly from outside the box, Ovier was there to save them, so they didn't really threaten so much, even though they had the better player that first half. And then I thought the second half was an even game. I think both teams played their way they did, got some joy, looked vulnerable at times, and it looked like it was going to be a 0-0, but we know how vital set pieces are in football, and we haven't scored from a set piece yet this season, or from a corner yet this season, and I've been wondering why. So we've worked at them, and you know, we've got such a big side now. I just tell them, if the delivery's right, just sprint at the goal and let it hit you, because no one's going to stop you. You're that.
So we've come into the media room after the lights went out. Robbie, you were talking about our winning goal in the 90th minute, very late one for Adi Aluwe.
Yeah, that's it. We were saying about how important set pieces are, and that we haven't scored one from a corner this season yet, and with the size of us, we should be scoring quite a good number of them, really. And I said to them that the size of you, if you can get a run, just run towards that goal, and if the delivery's right, you can even just let it hit you and go in. And I think Simeon's trying to claim he got a little touch, and then I think it's hit Ade and rolled across the line. But 90th minute winners are lovely, and the lads are certainly happy in the dressing room.
Yeah, and there was a couple of surprise sort of people on the team sheet. Josh Parker signed for them quite late, a former experienced Football League striker, giving them a bit of cutting edge up front, and then Kai Yearn come off the bench for us late, signed on loan from Cambridge. So how did you think Kai did up against a good team? Oxford City made his debut for Cambridge against Oxford United, so funny how that's worked.
Yeah, well, Josh Parker, for them, he was obviously a surprise to us that he signed there. I've played with him, actually. I played with him at Oldham. Very good player. He's played abroad, he's played at a high level in this country, and he certainly made me think about how they might be different with him in the team. And then Kai's a fantastic footballer. We've known about him for quite a while now. He picked up an injury in pre-season, which has maybe meant that it's taken a lot longer to get over the line, but he's a fabulous technician. He reads the game well, he sees passes, he puts himself about for a young lad as well, and he's going to be a fantastic footballer, and he's here to learn men's football, you know, and play men's football, and we hope that we can help him progress. But I know Cambridge have got really high hopes for him, so we're very pleased to get him.
And going on the overall result, it could have gone either way, but it's sort of one of those wins that you need to get in the season, 1-0 late on, to do something in the league season.
Yeah, fair play to the group. You know, they've got that about them, and Dave and the leaders in the dressing room. You know, Simeon, Trotz, and the young lads bring that energy. You know, they've got a real togetherness in there where, you know, no one comes here and takes easy points away. We have to make it hard for them and be hard to beat, especially after a loss at home against Havant. You know, it might have hurt, so it was really important today to stay strong and be hard to beat first and foremost, which I thought we were. Everybody played their part in that. You know, Ovier played his part, and the defenders played their part, and ultimately it gives yourself a chance to nick a winner, and that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, and some people might have realised that Devonte Aaron Sibyl wasn't on the team sheet tonight, Robbie. Is there any update on that situation?
Yeah, well, it'll probably get announced tomorrow. I reckon Devontae's left the club. We had a 7-day approach in for him from another club this time last week, or Tuesday last week, and within an hour his agent called us saying he'd agreed a deal. So they didn't wait the 7 days. But yeah, we're gutted, to be honest with you. You know, we brought Devontae to the club. We saw something we liked that no one else really at our level did. Fair play to Adam Drew for, bombarding me with analysis of him, and Glenn for doing the clips of him, and we decided to bring him to us because we knew he was someone that if we got him in the right mindset and developed, then he could be a very good player. And I still believe that with us would give him the best chance of that. But Devontae believes in his own ability that he'll do it wherever he goes, and he's getting paid a lot more money than we can afford. So fair play to him. We wish him well, other than against us, obviously, and we move on.
Yeah, and even with Devontae leaving, we've still got a depth of squad with Kai coming in, and then Louis Dunn, Jamie Miller didn't even get on tonight. Simeon only come on for 5 minutes, so still got a really strong squad ready for the upcoming battle. We've got the FA Cup now as well.
Yeah, and if you think Freddie Hockey not even on the bench today, who's hopefully got a bright future for us. We'll sit down with him and discuss about his development and what's best for him. And Jacob coming out of the side tonight, it's important that Olivier was ready to come back in and do what he did tonight and play as well as he did. And Jacob, when he gets his chance again, it's it all breeds really good vibes, really, and it breeds success, hopefully. So that strength of depth, but everyone ready when they get their chance.
I mentioned about Olivier there, a clean sheet after he conceded 4 in the last game. I suppose that's probably as pleasing as a 3 points, really.
Yeah, it's back to us, really, wasn't it, tonight? Havant game was a bit of an anomaly, the way the goals flew in. It was a bit like us, being hard to beat first and foremost, hard to score against. The defenders and the keepers and everybody actually take pride in keeping clean sheets, and we had that last season, and we've rolled that into this season and got better, I think. So really pleased.
And then Kings Langley in the FA Cup, we just missed out in the first round last year. How do you think they are? And are you looking forward to a good cup run this year? Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, the cup games are always difficult because they are just one-off games. You have to perform on the day, and hope that the other team don't, or you have to make sure that if you are the superior side, you prove that and you put in a really professional display. And lots can happen in a 90 minutes that don't go your way, but we were almost at Fratton Park last year, but we didn't perform on the day away at Harrow, and Harrow performed really well. So I hope the lads that were here remember that feeling, and hopefully we can have a cup run not only for the players but for the club and for the fans. Okay, well done tonight, Simo, and we'll see you again on Saturday.
Thank you. Cheers.